located in Georgia. And we're going to be coming in so that you can see everything about the store. And we're going to be meeting Janet Perez, which is the owner, and she'll be telling us all about the store.
Hey, come on in.
Hey,
Jasmine.
thank you, Janet. How are you?
How are you? Thank you so
Good,
much
good.
for coming.
All right.
So welcome to Drip and Sip Wellness. This is
Awesome.
my clinic. We have been here now in this area for about 4 months.
Awesome.
So basically the clinic is a wellness clinic, and the clinic is about, I'm a nurse practitioner. So just in case you guys know, I'm an adult gerontology nurse practitioner, board certified. And I'm also certified as a functional medicine practitioner. So with that being said,
So that she's super qualified to do this, okay? She's not just practicing on y'all.
yeah, and I do have a supervising physician. His name is Dr. Rashid, and he is located in Atlanta, Georgia. So Georgia, as a nurse practitioner in Georgia, we have to have a supervising physician that oversees us. So I'm not doing this on my own. I'm not going rogue. But my heart for this clinic is my heart for the whole entire CSRA is to empower people to live proactive. And I believe that a lot of times what we're doing is we're living in a reactive mode. And so my mission is to get us out of that mindset, to shift the paradigm, and to have us to start to actually do more proactive things with our health. And one of the things that you can do being proactive is to start one thing at a time. You don't have to always just jump full force into a pool. You want to make sure that you get your bathing suit on first. That's the first thing. So one step at a time. And that's my goal, to just teach and empower people, and then to give you the tools that you need.
You guys, Janet has her own channel and is Living Proactive. Is that the right name?
Live Proactive.
Live Proactive. And she specifically have tips and tricks in there, and she talks about different things about your health, your overall well-being, all right? So I'm excited. You guys have to see this place. It's just as soon as you come in, it smells great. You feel relaxed. So Janet, tell us a little bit more about your vision for this place besides just people living proactive. What are some of the services?
A wellness assessments is one of the things that we offer here, a full, complete wellness assessment, which includes a Biofeed scanner. And that scanner, we'll talk about that a little bit later. That scanner is basically like a pulse ox. It goes on your finger. It checks about 45 systems in your body in about a minute.
Wow.
And that scanner allows us to kind of take the guesswork out of what you're possibly going through, but it's not diagnostic. It's just a guide that we use to see what might be going on in your body. Some people think that you might be having gut issues, but it might be something else. That scanner actually kind of helps us to have a guide in what we're focusing on.
You guys, did you hear that said 1 minute? There's no excuse.
1 minute.
So how long you think that their visit should be? Like they should block their calendar
about 35 minutes for that whole thing, because I don't just put the scanner on you and then let you go on your way. So 35 minutes, I'll sit there. First of all, you have to book online, because booking online, you have to fill out a questionnaire and make sure that what we're focusing on. It's a lot of things that we can focus on with the 45 body systems that it's kind of picking up. So I kind of want you to narrow that down to 3 things that you're really trying to see what's going on with, or what you can improve on. And so once you fill out the questionnaire, you pick the top 3 that you're concerned with, and that's what we'll focus on. That's pretty much how the scanner works. And then based on that, I send you the whole full report. Now, you don't want to take this report to your doctor, because they're going to look at you like you're crazy, because it's not, it's not a diagnostic report.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, what is this? And as a practitioner, I would say the same thing.
Yeah.
So again, it's just a guide to help us, you and I, to develop a plan to see what areas look like they're out of whack, and focus on those areas to see if we can correct them through supplements or through just changes in your diet and exercise thing.
Diet and exercise.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's one of the wellness is the main thing that we offer. And this is cash-based. So cash-based wellness, complete wellness exam. We also offer school and sports physical for 13 and up. I also do veterans independent examination for the VA. Not for the VA, but for veterans that were in the military.
I want to say something about that.
Yeah.
So Janet herself was a service member.
Yes.
So shout out to Janet. And
Go Army.
I was in the Army too, so we're not even in conflict right now.
right.
We're just family right now.
Yes.
But I would say that if you are a veteran or you got out of the military for
or
any
even if
reason,
you're still in.
or if you're still
Yeah,
in,
because a lot of veterans or a lot of military members don't know that when you know you're getting ready to ETS, it's the best time for you to start putting your claim in. Usually they'll do it for you. They'll go walk you through that process. But if you, let's say you're kind of like, you got injured and you're getting out right away and you didn't have time to do that, you can always come. And now this is not guaranteeing that you're going to win your claim, but I pretty much have fought from zero all the way up to where I am right now and helped other veterans as well. I did do this as a job, was a MDE examiner for Optum and other companies. So it's not like I'm guessing at this. Been doing this now for a couple of years.
She has experience.
Yes, I have experience in doing them. And so mine now, it's a private. So this is a private examination that you'll get. You have to bring your own medical records from your military. So you have to bring that in. And I'll review those records, and then we'll discuss what we need to go after. Because one of the things that veterans think is that let's just put everything that happened to me, but that's not how it works.
Okay.
So I'll be able to explain to you how it works, how we need to target it, and we'll go from there.
Wow. There's a lot of value in here. I already heard that your body scan examination, and then also for veterans.
Yes.
You have to come give my girl a shout out. Okay. We'll put the link in the in the description also, so that way you guys can schedule there online.
Everything is online. They can book it online. It's easy to book it. And then once you fill out the questionnaires, there's always going to be a questionnaire because I want to know before you get in here, we're not wasting time, what exactly we're here doing, so we can get right to that point and not waste time, because everybody's time is valuable.
Yes, for sure. And I don't want you to say, it's going to take too long. She already said 1 minute scan, 35 minutes max, so that we can actually give you value. So what we'll do is we're going to keep walking. She's going to show us around her place. So when you come in, if you can pan around. So you can see, you will sit here after you're greeted. The reception.
This is the reception area. And when you come in, I just want you to feel welcome. Welcome to Drip and Sip Wellness.
Yeah, let's go.
And then once you have a seat, you check in, you have a seat, then the nurse who's going to be in this office right here, she will come and greet you. She's not here right now, but she'll come and greet you. And once she checks you in, we have a policy in this clinic that there will be no cell phones, just because this is a healing center. We don't want any kind of distractions. Now, when you're in the reception area, your cell phone is fine. But once you start getting the services, then your cell phone, especially when we get to our drip lounge, which is for the IV part, then we definitely do not have cell phones in there. So that's when we'll ask you politely to leave your cell phone, and we'll have a charger for it. And we'll have a charging station there, so that way your phone is getting charged. You'll turn it on silent, and you're not disturbed by your healing journey that you're here for. Okay?
Exactly.
So that's the nurse's station. And
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then this right here is my office. This is where basically everybody gets their exam done. So this is my office.
I know what this is.
Oh, yeah, this is the exam table, definitely. So you come in, you jump on that exam table, depending on what you're here for. And the kids, when they're doing their school physicals and they're having to do their duck walk, hey. But that's pretty much what happens in here.
So, want to let you know, so Janet is working also on being able to get Medicaid, Medicare,
yes,
and any other insurance.
So right now I'm starting off with Medicare. Because I'm adult gerontology, I would really like to start focusing more on the adult population, because they get ignored in society. That's my heart now. I love my geriatric family. And so I really want to focus on them a lot. And so I'm going after getting the Medicare credentialing. That way I can start doing their wellness visits. So every year, Medicare requires for anyone 65 and older to have a wellness visit. And that wellness visit just basically consists of me going and making sure that all the medications is reconciled, that they're not having any issues, that they're connected with Medicare, and any referrals that they need, we go ahead and set that up for them at that visit. But it's basically like a wellness check.
And at the moment, we should say it's cash-based. So you can pay, obviously, debit card, cash, or you can also use your health savings.
Yeah, you can use your HSA and FSA.
Okay.
FSA? Yeah. FSA is how you. Yeah, so you can use either one of those savings cards. It's because it's just like cash.
Yeah.
So you can use any of them. And I will be able to give you a super bill if that's needed for your insurance, because some insurance still asks for it. Even though it's a savings plan, they still ask for those super bills. So that's fine. If we have to pull out a super bill to give you, then that's fine. We'll do that. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. That's really neat to know.
Yeah, so once we leave my office, once you come in to the office, depending on what you need, what services you need, then we'll go down here and we will come to the lounge. This is the sip lounge. Eventually, my vision for this area will be to sell fresh pressed juices where people can, again, live proactively because they're getting the ingredients of fresh pressed juice. Now, fresh pressed juice has so many benefits in it. There's so many things. You can lose weight. You can do a fast with juicing. I myself have gone from 165 pounds to 110 pounds by doing a lot of juicing.
Wow.
That's one of the ways that God actually healed
Wow,
me.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it 55
in 6
pounds?
months.
What, 165 to 110?
Yeah.
So, wow.
Yeah. Now that's been over the years. At the beginning, when he healed me, when I went through my healing journey, the thing that he told me to do was to first of all, begin fasting from a lot of the different things I was doing. And then he just tapered me off of a lot of the antidepressants that I was on. And I would tell my testimony, but that might be a little bit long for here. But
we will come back and interview
long story
Janet.
short, in 6 months, I went from 165 pounds to what I am now. And I've just been on that consistency because proactive living is about intentional and consistency. You have to be intentional about your health and you have to be consistent.
Yeah.
So if you keep finding yourself jumping back and forth between weight, it's because you're not being consistent. And those yo-yo diets that people keep doing, that's the cause. That's the issue because you're not just stick with one thing.
Yeah. That's
Every
awesome.
diet works. You just
Yeah.
have to stick to it.
Yeah,
That's
you have
the
to
issue.
be consistent.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
If you don't mind us grabbing some of this, I love how you have the different juices.
Yes.
And then you have some fruit of the spirit in there.
So the juices that I'm going to be doing is off of it. So the Lord gave me pretty much to name them after the fruit of the spirit. So the juices that I'm going to be selling is joy, love, gentleness, and self-control. And the reason I chose those fruits of the spirit is because we all need some joy.
Yeah.
We all need love.
Yeah.
And then gentleness, we have to learn how to not be so harsh with each other because love covers a multitude of sin. And if we are not gentle with each other, then we're not able to cover that. And we're supposed to be our brother's keeper, although some of
You're
us
going to
don't.
run out of self-control juice.
Self-control.
We need a lot of self-control.
Self-control is the one nobody wants to drink, but we all need.
Oh.
Nobody wants it, but we need it.
Yeah.
And that's basically like a green detox juice. And it's not the tastiest now, but it's very needed because it's the one that's going to cleanse your body.
I love that.
Yeah. Now, love is a beet juice. Love is beets, basically beets, carrots, apples, and ginger. And love is for those people that kind of have iron issues or energy issues, or even people that exercise a lot and they need that pickup. That's love. That's
Got
love.
it.
Joy is it just makes you feel happy. Ginger and apples, and it's just an amazing drink. I've made it several times for a lot of people, and they're like, "Man, this is good." My kids love it. It's like an apple juice. It's like an apple lemon juice.
Okay.
If you think about it that way. But apples have so many beneficials, and it's just a vitamin C based juice, so it helps build your immune system. And then the gentle juice is basically watermelon and lime. So it's another refreshing juice that helps you to just feel good.
Yeah.
So it's gentle on you because it's just watermelon. So watermelon is good for hydration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's what those 4 juices, and I'm only going to be doing those 4 until I expand, but those are the main 4 that I felt that I needed to have in this clinic at this time. So eventually we'll get bigger.
Wonderful.
But for now, that's pretty much it. So this area is just an area for lounging.
Okay.
If you want to come, if you're tired and you just need somewhere to relax, as you can hear the soaking music is playing, you can come, you can read a book, just relax, buy you a juice, have a seat, and just relax. You don't have to be part of the clinic or getting any kind of care to come and lounge. You don't have to. Just when you come in, greet us and let us know, hey, I'm just here for the juice.
Yeah.
You know? And then you come and you have a seat and relax. Stay as long as you want to stay.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's just helping the community just be proactive about their health.
I love that you also have, it's not just a business, it's also community.
Yeah, it's community. We all need community. And sometimes you need that space where you can just download or unload stuff that you might be going through today. And I feel like this environment is just geared up for that relaxing state of mind for you to get into.
So I know you had a vision as well of maybe small group and then you teach, correct?
I do teach.
So this is where you teach?
This is where I teach. So I do a lot of classes through the church. I have a group through New Life Church called Live Like a Pro. So that's
Okay.
the name of the Connect group. And we meet every third Tuesday of the month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you kind of just go through some different things that will be helpful to live proactive.
To live proactive. This month we covered building your immune system, which was my favorite, one of my favorites. Okay, gut health is really my favorite. But after gut health is building your immune system, because you got to build it in order to have good gut health.
Yeah.
We covered the topic building my immune system, which was one of my favorite topics. And everybody needs to know how to build your immune system. Understanding something is knowledge, but then application is what gets you to that point of living proactive. Because you can have all the knowledge you want in the world, but if you don't apply it, then you're wasting.
Yeah.
It's
So it's
just
not,
useless.
it doesn't become wisdom until you apply the knowledge.
Apply it, exactly. And so my goal is to empower people, but it's not just through knowledge. I want you to apply. So I give you the tools that you need so that you can apply it. And
Nice.
yeah, so yeah.
Over there, we just have a restroom right now in her kitchen.
Yeah, that's the
in
restroom.
progress.
That part right there is the employees only area. So
Mhm.
that's where we do our compounding of our IVs. By law, Georgia requires us to have a hood. And so that's where all that stuff is at. So that it's separate from the area.
It's
All
almost
right.
sterile. And then what's this place?
And then this is my baby. I call it my baby because it was a vision that I had. Now, this business is actually, I don't want to say reincarnated because I don't like that, but business was redone. So in 2018, originally God gave me the vision of opening up an IV and juice bar combination. And I attempted it, but it didn't go too well. So this is that 2.0.
2.0.
2.0. And so this is the drip lounge. This is where you're not going to come in here. So I don't want to be known as an IV clinic. This is actually a wellness center. And the wellness center is going to empower you and also allow you to be able to not just walk out getting an IV, but also walk out feeling empowered and feeling emotionally relieved, physically relieved of any kind of ailments that you might have walked in with, stress you might have walked in with, but also spiritual. So we cover all three: spiritual, emotional, and physical. So when you come into this drip lounge, you're not just coming into an IV room, you're coming into a healing room. So let's go. So we have 4 chairs. And when you close the room, when you close the door, basically the person will come in. And if you want to have a seat, Jasmine, I can pamper you on what is going to happen.
Okay.
So you get a eye mask, which is a warming mask. So I'm going to have you put that on. You're just going to put that mask on.
Okay.
And we're not going to start an IV on you. But
We're
this
not going
is
to
what,
start an IV today.
So you would put that mask on. I'd give you that. And then I will give you a blanket, a plush blanket too. These blankets
Just
are
did.
super
Right.
soft.
Open that. Oops.
Yeah, so you take this part.
Never had a warming mask
Okay.
on.
So this part goes over your ears.
Okay.
Yep.
Got
You
it.
just put that over your ears.
All right.
All right. And then I'll put your blanket on. And you'll feel how soft this blanket is. It's amazing. Now you can recline all the way back. So
Oh,
just push.
Yeah,
Yep.
see?
There you go.
Okay.
And
I'm taking a nap.
so when you leave this, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it
that's
goes a
soft.
little bit further. There you go. All right. So
Oof.
when you come into their drip lounge, this is exactly how you're going to feel. And you don't have to have an IV to come in here. If you just need a relaxing, you just need to de-stress, you can come in here. So the music that's playing, this is called soaking music. Shout out to SK Murray. This is his channel. It's all soaking music. This is 444 hertz, which is known to be frequency healing. So it's not just the music that's playing, it's actually healing you. So our bodies do have electromagnetic forces through electrochemical, where an electrochemical system is our body, how it's made up. And those magnetic forces have a mild magnetic field. And so the frequencies that you hear in music, why music is so important, because it's very healing, or it could be detrimental to you. We want to empower you to heal in every way that we can heal naturally. So frequency is one of those ways. And so that's why we have the soaking music playing in here. We have the ambient lighting in here. We have you with the warming mask. Is it warming up for you?
It's warm.
Yeah.
I feel it. I'm like,
So-
okay.
So the warming mask to help you relax. It also gets rid of those bags on your eyes. So when you walk out of here, you're going to feel like you've been pampered.
I want skin like yours when I walk out of here.
But you'll feel like you're pampered. And again, you don't have to have an IV to come and just relax. So that's what this room is about. It's just about healing. So yeah, you
I
walk
love
out.
that. I love that vision too. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh man, I want to take this home.
You can take that with you. That is yours. The mask belongs to you once you use
This
it.
is soft.
It is very soft.
They're so
It's,
soft.
you want to feel it? It's very soft. My camera lady, let's feel this. I'm like, ooh, I need this. I need this at the house. But yeah, so this room is, the reason why I love it so much is because you're coming in here and a lot of people don't know that music can actually heal. And it's one of the things that I really want them to start incorporating. Even when you're at home, instead of being distracted, because we're so distracted by everything, social media, everything is talking to us right now. We need to silence the noise. And this is one of those ways of silencing the noise. And that's why there's no cell phones allowed in here.
And that makes sense, especially if you're, because really, I was ready to take a nap.
Yeah.
So you don't want any distractions or buzzing or
Yeah.
anything taking you out of that state of mind. So
yeah,
you know,
when we start doing the IVs will be vitamin infusion. And I don't push IV therapy because I really don't feel like it's something that you need. We should be getting our supplementation through what we eat. IVs are really something that you kind of want as a booster because it goes to your veins quickly, to your bloodstream quickly. But it's not something that you should do on a constant basis because you should be eating the right foods. And that's why this clinic is about empowering you, teaching you what to eat right, how to get your gut right. And then this is supplemental, it's supplements. So it's another form of supplements, but faster.
Makes sense. So would it be something like maybe if you get the body scan?
Yes, and if it gives us, say, hey, you're deficient in this. But the key thing is making sure that your labs, so there are different type of vitamins. There's water soluble, there's fat soluble vitamins. So water soluble vitamins, you secrete, it comes right back out of you. Okay, so those are like vitamin C, things like that. Those vitamin C's, mainly those, come right back out of you. Now you have your fat soluble vitamins, which you have to be very careful of. So anybody that's getting vitamin D type, so it's called ADEK, A-D-E and K. Anything with that, too much of any of those could lead you to toxicity. So you have to be very careful with getting vitamin infusions, even taking supplements like that, those especially, those fat solubles, because your body holds on to them.
Okay.
And if you have too much in your bloodstream, it builds up in your bloodstream. So if your liver is not working properly and your kidneys aren't working properly to filter it out, you could be actually storing those vitamin Ds. Now, African American and Hispanic, anybody with a darker pigmentation, we don't get too much of our vitamin D from the sun because of the melanin not being able to capture that vitamin D from the sun. But we still get some, okay? Especially if you're out in the sun a lot, you still get some, but most of the time, African Americans and in the Hispanic culture or anyone with a darker skin complexion, they need to supplement with vitamin D. But you need to be getting your labs every 6 months so that you're not overdoing it.
I'm behind, guys. I need to get some labs done.
Yeah, so you need to get your labs at least every 6 months or once a year if you're supplementing with it. If you're not supplementing, once a year. If you're supplementing, every 6 months. To make sure that you're not getting into toxicity or that you're at the right levels, because there are levels to all of those that need to be in that normal range. Because if it's not, you can be overboard or you can be under. If you're under, you'll have some symptoms. A lot of people don't really realize that vitamin D actually helps with respiratory as well. So sometimes, and that's why a lot of African Americans actually, unfortunately, passed from the COVID because their vitamin D levels were low.
Oh, wow.
So that's statistically proven. It's not something that I'm making up or that's not out there already in the media. They know that vitamin D played a big factor in that.
Wow.
So Dr. Stella Emanuel is one of those. It was the doctor that kept pushing vitamin D and pushing ivermectin and I got it right because that's a tough word to say.
I'm not repeating that one.
Those were the drugs that were actually combating COVID. Vitamin D played a big factor in it. So a lot of people that were low on vitamin D, again, which were the African Americans, the Hispanic culture, the Indian community, those people were the ones that were suffering the most because the vitamin D levels were low. And the vitamin D helps to fight respiratory.
There's a lot of value already just from having a conversation. So imagine actually coming in and having a conversation with Janet, doing a scan, and just getting her to just talk you through.
Yeah, let's just talk about it. It's a conversation. And a lot of times you don't have that time with your doctor to have that conversation. And that's what I want it to be different. I worked in the hospitals. I worked as a nurse for over 20 something years. And I just saw the disconnect between the providers and it's not their fault. The problem is there's not enough time. There's so many patients and then there's not enough time.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, Big Pharma makes us go through these guidelines. There's guidelines that we have to follow. If they don't fit in this guideline, then go to this. So it's like, even if you come in and you're asking for something, we have to make sure we follow their steps in order for us to get paid.
Oh, wow.
That's how insurance actually dictates your health. Oh, so it's better to be cash-based because then you can dictate your health.
Yeah.
Because you can say, I want this. And that's why that's why we're getting fought so much, because of the nurse practitioners, the PAs, those that are having their own practices, if they don't have insurance, because the insurance kind of ties your hand when it comes to how you really care for somebody.
Yeah.
Because not every medication is meant for every person.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be a cookie cutter type when it comes to healthcare.
Yeah.
But that's what we are used to. We're used to a sick system. And that's the paradigm shift that I'm trying to get out of.
Yeah.
We need to be able to do a well care system.
Yeah.
Where we listen to what the person is saying. For me, for example, I went to my primary care at the age of 46 because I had 9 days of insomnia. And I was like, I think I'm going into menopause. And she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, lady, I don't like the body. I was like, yes, I am. I think I'm going in. Can you just run those labs? And she absolutely refused to run it. Sure enough, because she was looking at my age at 46. You can be nowadays, because of our food and the stuff that we're eating, things are happening more rapidly than back then. So yeah, back then I would be like, oh, you're 46. Let's see if it's something else. But nowadays, with all the foods we've eaten, with all the antibiotics that's in there, that all of those things that are in our foods are actually changing the dynamics of our DNA.
Yes.
So antibiotics in the meats, chicken, whatever they're feeding this stuff. I got my own chickens now, by the way. And that's because I want to make sure that what I'm eating, my eggs that I'm eating, are not getting, pushed with everything else. Growing your own food, that's another way that we can actually live proactive. So anything like that. But long story short, with that menopausal story, listen to your body. Because sure enough, I transferred providers and she ran the test on me, and all of my levels showed that I was in menopause at 46.
Wow.
But of course, you have to be a whole year by standard diagnosis. You can't diagnose anyone without a year of not having a cycle. So I still had to wait a whole year before they said, okay, you're now officially in menopause. But I had all the symptoms. But 9 days of insomnia, that's torture. And that can actually send you in psychosis if you don't sleep.
Of course.
So and then I was having night sweats, and I was like, something is up. What's going on? So I started really digging in then to hormones and naturally, how do you get past these symptoms naturally without being on HRT and all that kind of stuff? I have not been I've been in menopause now. I'm 49 now. So I have been in menopause that long and never have been on HRT. I feel great.
Yeah, you look great.
Some days sometimes depending on if I do too much or if I fast too much, because fasting plays a big role in your hormones. It'll shift your hormones and it can actually push you into menopause early, which I think is what exactly happened to me because I'm an avid faster. So I think that's exactly what happened. But there is some genetics because my mom also went into menopause at 46.
Got it.
So there was some genetic factors, but I think I pushed mine along too because I fasted a lot. I fast once a month, 3 times once a month. And the reason is because, not too many people know this, but your gut lining actually repairs itself every month. It repairs itself, or every 3 days. I'm sorry. Every 3 days, your gut lining repairs itself. Yeah. So if you're having gut issues and you want to restart your gut to start doing right, then you want to go on a 3-day fast because every 3 days, your gut is replenishing. It's really creating a new lining.
Wow.
And those linings have tentacles that have memory. So if you go on a 3-day water fast and then you introduce something to eat, you want to make sure you're introducing the right thing, like kimchi, because you want fermented foods because they're pre and probiotic. So introducing those type of foods actually help you to then get your gut to say, hey, I don't know this, but this is new. So it's not going to reject
Okay.
Whereas if you were, let's say you tried to just every 3 days, you're trying a new food, but your body, your gut lining already has memory of everything you've been eating. It's not going to really like to want to eat that. It's not going to really be a effective change. It'll still be a change, but it'll take a minute for it to remember. Oh yeah, she keeps eating kimchi. That's good for her. But if you start from a fresh, like a reset, so that's what I got actually called that, a gut reset every month, 3 days.
It's almost like a true detox.
A true detox.
So,
But water, just water for 3 days. Yeah.
wow. I need discipline. So, alrighty. So now, thank you for bringing that up, though.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to do a little 35-minute consultation to talk to you more about fasting.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
for sure. It's definitely something that I'd promote a lot because.
Oh, I apologize. I was going to ask you.
Oh, let's do that scan.
Yes.
Yes. So I can show you how our scan works and how fast it is. And you can have a seat right here for me. And let me just pull it up real quick. And I'll have to get your information. So I don't know if we want to kind of cut that part out because I'm going to need your. Yeah. So we're going to do it's called a quantum resonance magnetic analyzer. So basically so it's this small little machine. Literally, it's very light. And you put one finger in and make sure it's all the way, because I can't tell if you have it all the way on.
It's always.
Okay. So then you're going to sit still, or you can still talk. It gives you your pulse ox. So your pulse ox is 98 and your heart rate is 68. And then I'm going to press start and you'll hear this kind of loud, semi-loud noise if I have my speakers on. And it's doing its scan now. And this is the countdowning how long it's going to take. So it'll be pretty quick. And that's pretty much it. So this scan reads about 45 body systems, basically picking it up from, again, the electrochemical system in our body that produces mild a magnet field. And then this Biofeed technology that it's using, kind of like an Oura ring. So they kind of have a similar working, or you can also look at it as a tiny MRI that doesn't show the actual body, that doesn't actually create an image, but it just creates what it's seeing.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Instead of a picture,
Word. It's just going to be describing what it found.
some guidance there. I'm
And
excited, real curious.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people that were like, wow, that's spot on. And so it's not, but again, it's not diagnostic. It's just something that we use to help us guide, to see, like a guiding tool to see if we're at something might be going on, or if you're completely fine and you might just be tired or stressed. Because stress can cause a lot of different ailments that we don't really, that can present in our body. See, that's it.
That was pretty fast.
That was pretty fast.
That
So
was
then we
pretty-
just remove that. And then I'm going to push OK and I'm going to save this. And it's going to save it. And then I'll show you the report that it gives me.
Okay. And I was going to ask you, because you mentioned earlier that you will pick 3 things. What if you're like me and you're not necessarily sure, you just want to do it? Would you just still take
can
someone like
go-
that and go over what you think they should?
Yeah, we're going to go over, I don't know if you want to kind of put the camera on her for a second, because I don't want her information to be revealed. Always. All right, so here is what your scan looks like. So if you want to bring your chair around here, you can see it. So this is all of the 45 things that it shows. And I have to make sure that I click female, because if not, it does a different body scan for the males and the females. And it also does a different body scans for the kids.
Okay.
So it gives a shorter amount of test reporting. But this is basically what it looks like. This is a composite report. So it's everything, and it's just a comprehensive one. So this top part is your heart. So cardiovascular and cerebral. So this is what it shows us. All right. So this part is where it shows the actual. So remember I told you green and blue are okay. Yellow and red we don't want to see. So yellow is kind of like mild. Okay, you're getting close.
Yeah.
But red is definitely, we need to figure out what that is. So this is for the heart, and we'll discuss this because I don't want to put your business out there. So that's yours on the cardiovascular. Now, what part do you think you're a little bit more concerned about? This is your gut one. So not too bad. There's no red, so that's good. No red. Liver, no red. Gallbladder, all green. That's great. So you see how these are kind of...
That makes sense.
This is your kidney functions, even lungs. Perfect. Your lungs are great. Brain function, great. Blue is still good. You're still in the good zone. Bone density is going to give us, if it says no direction, that's good. We want it to be no direction, because if we have a direction, then it's telling us that there is something going on in that area. So that's what it'll say, something there for that part. Bone mineral, good. So far, I don't see any red in you. I see a little bit of yellow. So some areas that we might have to just kind of tweak, maybe in your diet, maybe in the supplementation that you might need. And that's pretty much how this test works. Blood sugar, great. So your blood sugars are good. Your vitamins, your trace elements, perfect. Zinc, a little bit low. Zinc is one of those things that you want to push when you're getting into either like a sick time, like a virus trying to kick in. Let's say everybody at the house is getting sick or starting to come home with symptoms, and you want to up that zinc. And this is for today. So this might change tomorrow when you come in this exam. So that's why I said it's not diagnostic. Okay. And then these are your vitamins. So pretty much your vitamins are good. B3, a little bit low. Again, you might have not taken your supplement this morning. This is amino acids. They're not too bad. Let's see. Fatty acids. I skipped one. Coenzymes. That's all green.
Thank you so much for all of your time, letting us know everything about your business. It's a
Yes.
fantastic place. Any last closing remarks that you want to tell everybody?
Yes. You guys can follow me on YouTube at Live Proactive. And then you can follow me on IG and on TikTok. I'm Dr. Janet Perez on TikTok. And then on IG, I am Drip and Sip Wellness. So those are where you can follow me. You can also visit my website at www.dripandsipwellness.com. There you're going to actually find wellness guides. You're going to find where you can get supplements, and also you can get immune building support. So, yeah.
That's fantastic. You heard it. Support a local business. So if you're in the Augusta, Georgia area, or hey, this is something that if I need to travel to come over here so that I can get some wellness advice, I will
Yes, as long as you're in
absolutely do that.
Augusta, Georgia, you can come to the clinic. Yeah.
So definitely check her out. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.